Side in Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
The basketball world is glued to what might be the strangest, most baffling endorsement gamble in years. Angel Reese keeps dropping highlight reels, but not the kind you frame for history, the kind that make commentators reach for the mute button instead of the replay. And with her Reebok signature shoe already locked in for a 2026 launch, insiders are whispering in panic. Could this be the costliest misfire since someone thought reviving the XFL was a smart idea? The stage is set for either history or disaster.
Angel Reese, face up, oh, here we go. Oh, snap, cook up, crossover, crossover, right to the rack, and but we got our own rebound. Beautiful, we got our own offensive rebound. Here we go again, a little bit of travel action in there. And we missed another, but don't worry. We grabbed our second rebound. Let me just posture up real quick. Talk my ish. You can't guard me. You can't guard me. Point forward.
Every time Reese checks in, stat keepers across the country don't lean forward in excitement. They brace for impact. In just her sophomore season, she's managed something so baffling it borders on performance art. Shooting 31.5% on layups while taking the third most attempts in the entire league. Let that sink in. A 6 feet 3 inches professional athlete missing shots that high school players make in their sleep. The math doesn't add up. How can someone this close to the rim make every layup feel like a coin toss? The question lingers, and the answers only get stranger.
Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot, stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin Angel Reese.
One game against the New York Liberty gave us the ultimate proof. 4 straight missed putbacks in just 12 seconds. 2 of them stuffed right back at her. The clip didn't just go viral. It detonated across the internet, becoming a living lesson in how to turn a routine basketball play into pure slapstick. Sure, the stat sheet shows Reese at 44.4% from the field. But that shine fades fast once you realize most of those shots are right at the rim. And here's the dagger. Most pros finish layups at a 70 to 80% rate. Somehow Reese has turned basketball's easiest shot into a 50-50 gamble. Fans are left asking, how can someone this tall be this unreliable? And the answer is written not in numbers, but in the voices forced to narrate her every miss.
Math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese and
NBA and WNBA commentators are masters at selling drama, turning even a free throw into theater. But when Reese drives toward the rim, those same voices begin to crack, and sometimes they break entirely. In one recent game, after another wide-open layup clanged off the glass, a commentator couldn't even contain himself. He chuckled live on air. And this wasn't playful teasing after a rare mistake. This was raw disbelief mixed with professional frustration. Because when the very people paid to sell your greatness start laughing at your attempts, you've crossed into a territory no athlete ever wants to enter. And yet, that's exactly where Reese finds herself.
Wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this. Fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing.
The internet hasn't just noticed, it's feasting. Her missed layups have become an entire subgenre of sports comedy, racking up millions of views as fans add circus music, slow motion, and freeze frames to every botched attempt. But this isn't the kind of viral content that moves sneakers off shelves. It's the kind that keeps Reebok executives staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering how it all went so wrong. And here's the twist. Maybe it could slide under the radar if her team was winning. But the Chicago Sky, they're 7-21, playing a brand of basketball that makes some rec league squads look polished. Reese's struggles aren't just personal, they're the headline act in a season-long collapse. The Sky are stuck in an 8-game skid, and here's the paradox. They've gone 0-5 without her thanks to a back injury. They can't win with her, but somehow they're even worse without her. And that contradiction might be the most damning stat of all.
All-Star break, we come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury, we come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh,
Through the All-Star break, it only got worse. 9 turnovers, a back injury, a rushed return, and still, no ability to hit a simple, fundamental layup. Maybe the real question isn't about Angel Reese's health. Maybe it's about Tyler Marsh. Did you push her back too soon? Tyler, the spotlight's on you. Except here's the problem. Shaq and Iverson weren't just cultural icons, they were monsters on the court. With Reese, that entire half of the equation is still missing. And every brick makes the comparison feel less inspiring and more like a mistake. Insiders are asking if Reebok truly understood what they signed. Because when you make an athlete the face of your brand, you're not just buying their present, you're betting on their future. And in Reese's case, that future looks like the ball ricocheting off the rim, bouncing helplessly into the stands. The strangest twist, her back injury might be the only mercy, shielding her from weekly ridicule. But with every absence comes another question. How long before the break runs out?
Went to school with, I'm not gonna follow people who are not friends of mine, but acquaintances, right? Again, you don't have to, I'm not gonna do that to you. But again, sometimes I'd be looking at their page and bro, you were fucking lucky. Cause I wanted to unfollow you so fucking bad, but again, I'm not no celeb, so I ain't gonna do it. But I low-key be plotting on niggas to unfollow me, just so I could be like, bitch! I don't even fuck with you like that. For real, for real. And a lot of times I be wanting to unfollow people because a lot of people don't even really
For Reebok's marketers, her time on the sideline has been a blessing wrapped in bandages. It bought them space to strategize. How do you sell a shoe tied to a player whose defining highlights are misses? The timing couldn't have been more dramatic. It spared Reese from facing the Indiana Fever and her old rival, Caitlin Clark, who's managed to turn hype into actual dominance. That absence may have saved fans from one of the most lopsided matchups we'd ever see. From a business lens, the Angel Reese experiment is less a brand-building masterclass and more a case study in implosion. Reebok invested in a player whose very production undermines the foundation of endorsements. Success sells. Jordans inspire because people want to be like Mike. LeBron's line thrives on championship aura. But what's the pitch for Reese's shoe? Miss layups like your favorite pro. Reebok has tried to spin it, leaning into her unapologetic personality and social media influence. But personality can't replace performance forever. And the longer this goes on, the weaker the sales pitch becomes.
Has this point forward thing on lock. Tyler Marsh has this Angel Reese point forward thing on lock. There we go, pushing the pace. Yeah, Angel. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. All right, here we go. We got an entry pass. It looks like it's going to be to Elizabeth Williams, and oh, goodness.
The Chicago Sky aren't helping either. Instead of creating easy looks that could mask her flaws, their offense often forces Reese into the very shot she can't finish. Add in rookie head coach Tyler Marsh, and you've got a riddle with no solution. Build a winning team around a player whose most reliable output is viral blooper clips. It's like being handed a sports car, only to find out the wheels are square, then being told to win the Indy 500. And here's the catch. Even without Reese, the Sky looked just as lost. Certain stats improve when she's sidelined, but the losses still pile up, leaving coaches sick with frustration and executives desperate for answers. That paradox, that she may be dragging them down, but they're somehow worse without her, is the cruelest twist of all. But in today's internet-driven sports world, failure can sometimes pay more than success. Every missed layup fuels highlight reels, memes, and endless debates. And in that chaos lies both the danger and the bizarre profit.
Had a good game, 22 points, 13 rebounds, but she shot terribly. She got bailed out so many times, throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki Area Fan got...
It's turned into something strange, an upside-down system where underperformance generates clicks, clout, and constant buzz. Angel Reese is morphing into basketball's reality TV star, famous for being famous, regardless of box scores. And for Reebok, that's a razor's edge. Do you double down on the attention, even if most of it is ridicule? Viral fame built on failure burns hot and burns out even faster. Today you're the internet's favorite blooper. Tomorrow, they've moved on, and your brand is left tied to a punchline. That's the tightrope Reebok is walking with the 2026 shoe launch barreling closer. The money is spent. The previews are out. The hype machine is rolling. But if the culture around Reese keeps spiraling into comedy instead of respect, that launch could backfire in ways we've never seen. And the whispers inside the industry, they're growing louder by the day.
There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. On TikTok, he's put together a load of Angel Reese clips, and it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses, bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest. And my whole thing is this, dude. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. Yeah.
Some insiders whisper about delays, stalling the release, hoping time heals the sting of her viral lowlights. Others believe Reebok is quietly hunting for the exit. Publicly, the brand insists it's committed. But behind closed doors, no company can stomach being tied to constant, public failure. Investors eventually demand results. And viral memes don't translate into long-term growth. What we're witnessing with Angel Reese is unprecedented. A signature athlete whose defining move is missing shots every player should make. Reebok's gamble is becoming a painful business lesson on how hype, when detached from production, doesn't just fail, it detonates. With the sky sinking into irrelevance and Reese still delivering comedy gold for highlight shows, the questions won't stop. How do you market performance when the performance keeps tanking? How do you build a brand on someone who fuels blooper reels instead of banners? And most dangerously, how long before the laughter turns into complete silence?
So bad that when Caitlin Clark and her were supposed to face off against each other the other week, the ticket sales went down from $100 to like $5 because Caitlin Clark got injured. She had a quad injury, so she wasn't playing. So guess what? No one wanted to go watch. And if you don't know Caitlin Clark, she's pretty much the GOAT of the WNBA and is the reason why people are watching. No one watches you, Angel Reese. No one watches you. The only thing that I enjoy watching is all the clips on TikTok of you just countlessly just missing every
Countdown is brutal. That 2026 launch looms like a shot clock about to expire. Every brick, every meme, every clank is one step closer to the most awkward sneaker drop in sports history. Reebok can't spin this with glossy ads. Every time Reese misses, the brand loses control of the narrative. What should have been a triumphant debut is mutating into a public countdown to disaster. The hype machine meant to elevate Reese is now tangled in the very net she keeps bricking into. And the Chicago Sky's collapse isn't helping. Fans aren't even asking about her potential anymore. They're asking how she ever got this deal in the first place. Talk shows are turning her highlights into comedy sketches. And the punchline is always the same: you can't teach finishing. Behind closed doors, Reebok scrambles for damage control, lifestyle pivots, celebrity cosigns, desperate narrative shifts. But no photo shoot can erase years of blooper reels. While the marketers stall, Reese plays on, snagging rebounds, taking shots, and missing the ones that matter most.
Pro basketball player, won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
The viral storm doesn't stop, but instead of selling sneakers, it sells doubt. Every laugh, every sarcastic edit, every meme chips away at what little credibility remains. If this trend holds, the Angel Reese signature shoe won't just flop, it will become a marketing cautionary tale studied in business schools. Reebok dreamed of a culture-shifting star, and they might get one, but the culture she's shaping is one of professional embarrassment. The Reese saga is no longer just about one athlete, one team, or one shoe. It's a living reminder of how fast hype turns to ashes when performance collapses. What began as a bold, daring bet has become a slow-motion PR car crash. Supporters cling to the idea she'll figure it out. But the game film says otherwise. A star whose fame has outgrown her production, her celebrity now powered by failure more than success. Reebok's problem isn't just her missed layups. It's that missed layups have become her brand. And no flashy campaign can hide what the world sees every time she takes the floor.
Dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Linkers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record, look at her resume in the WNBA.
And what the world sees is bloopers. The Chicago Sky's disaster season only cements the story. Neutral fans with no stake in Reese or the Sky are tuning in just to laugh, waiting to see if tonight's viral miss can top the last. That's the danger, when the game itself becomes background noise, and the joke is the main attraction. The 2026 launch isn't just a shoe drop anymore, it's shaping into a public referendum on whether hype alone can carry a brand drowning in on-court embarrassment. Unless Reese transforms overnight, and based on her track record, that's as likely as her drilling her next wide-open layup, Reebok could be trapped. What started as a bold bet now teeters on the edge of becoming the ultimate endorsement horror story. And here's the cold truth. Sometimes the loudest voices are loud because of failure, not greatness. No celebrity co-sign, no unapologetic branding, no flashy ad can turn flaws into glory. The question isn't if Reebok regrets this gamble. The question is when. Before launch day, or after it becomes the most expensive punchline in basketball history.